Okay, it says I'm live. So I guess people will be popping in here. I'm going to get myself set up on the other computer. Sorry, I'm not really ready. Been running around. All right. Hi, Cheryl. Get a pop-out chat here. We're going to have to check out the lighting. Don't know how it's going to work out for this. I already had a little buffering. Hi, Natalie. Hi, Vicki. I'm going to probably ask for your help, Vicki, because I'm doing something that I've never done before. Great idea, right? And yeah, I'll probably could use some expert advice. I'll show you what I'm going to be doing. And the artist, yeah, never prepared, always running around like a chicken with my head cut off. Anyway, I love this background on this painting. And she used, I think some Japanese Oriental papers or something that she glued down. I don't want to do that. I want to create it as much as I can with watercolor. Hi, Eileen. Hi, Kat. Hi, Kimberly. Everybody's coming in now. So cool. Hi, Josie. Lurk away. Hi, Joan. Yeah, so hi, Michelle. I'm thinking that I could get this kind of result with just wet on wet. All right, Eileen, I gave you the option of telling me what to do, and you didn't take me up on it. If you come up with a better idea in the next minute and a half, I might consider it. Can I zoom out? Yes. See how that is. And I'm not going to use Frisket or anything on the flowers. I'm just going to paint the background and then come back in and do the, what did you tell me? I missed it, Eileen. I'm sorry. Actually, if I could figure out how, I could Frisket the whole thing, but I'm not going to because I need new Frisket. But it would be fun to do this background if I could figure out how to do it. No, I'm not going to forget it. You say it right now. Hi, Dorothy. God, we haven't even been together 2 minutes and we're already fighting like freaks. What the hell? But I think this picture is gorgeous. Wet and Wet, be good. Daniel Smith, Moon Glow would be good. Do I have Daniel Smith Moon Glow? Let's see. Daniel Smith. Don't have Moon Glow. But I'll just use, these are the Daniel Smith at the top. These are the M-grams at the bottom. Make some little books. I don't have the cool die that you have, Eileen. Hi, Linda. Hi, Michelle. I said hi, Michelle. Hi, Ian. Your painting was so good, Ian. Ah, the lights and the shadows in that painting was so good. Really. I aspire to be that someday. No excuse. Well, I could do little books. Maybe if I finish some of this, we'll work on little books. But those little books that you showed, they were adorable. They are like envy worthy. Almost makes me want to buy the die, but I don't hold your breath. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Joey. So those flowers are rude. Rude? How are they rude? I just think this whole thing is so pretty. And if I could ever do a painting like this and really do it justice, I would honestly frame it and hang it on my wall. Anything granulating, ultramarine, alizarin crimson. Okay. I have ultramarine blue in M grams, alizarin crimson I have in Daniel Smith and in M gram, blue and orchid. I was thinking the mineral violet would be really pretty. And then I also have the ultramarine red, which is a real nice kind of orchidy kind of color. They're so cute. Well, I've made matchbooks before, Eileen. I have tons of matchbook stuff. Like these. All right, I'm going to move this. I'll leave focus, you freak out, because I'll show that book in just a minute. You mean like these with the just a fold around cover and the pages inside? I've done tons and tons of these. All different sizes, and these I just made with paint chip covers. Okay, the mineral purple. Yes, but with pages. Well, these have pages. What is this crap you call inside? Pages. I'm not sure that I'm following. Here's a bigger one that I don't have bound yet. And I put vellum in this one, but I haven't finished it yet. I was going to do the inside before I finished it. But those are simple, simple. That is very obtuse. Is that what you mean? They are sticky note pages like a book, silly. You've lost me, Eileen. Absolutely lost me. Hi, Holly. I'm not sure. But my my Zentangle patterns are in a match cover book as well. Only this one I did different, where the pages actually fold out like this. But that's just matchbook cover. But I'm not sure what you're talking about. Open a book and look at what a page is. I printed books. I know what a damn page is. That's what I did. You're gonna have. We'll have to do that next stream, and you'll have to get me prepped for that. And I've got another one of these books ready to go, where I've done the cover, but I haven't bound it yet with just individual sheets. And this is vellum too. So I don't know. Eileen has me completely lost at this point. But that's a pretty cover. I like that cover a lot. I need to do more Zentangle. Yeah, we're fighting. Hi, Via. Hi, Vaughn. Signatures. Oh, okay. You mean like this? I just found this. I was cleaning this weekend and reorganizing and oh my God, I give up. Okay, here you go, Eileen. You get another chance. Let me put this junk away because I'm trying to stay kind of tidy. I've got company coming. I don't want my house to be a wreck when Shauna shows up. It probably will be anyway, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, this one where I've made, let's see, there's 2, 4, 6, 8 signatures. And I actually think this is watercolor paper, lightweight watercolor paper. But I've never gone ahead and bound the whole book. But I guess that's what you're talking about. Is where I do this and then do the matchbook cover. I guess that I could actually try and bind this one with a matchbook cover. I'd have to give it a little bit of thought, but it shouldn't be too hard. Because my the part that you stuff in, like this part, could be on this edge, and then the whole cover could just wrap around and go like that. But I'd want to do that with like, now make it little and use the matchbook as a cover. Okay, I get what you're saying, Eileen. Oh my God. She is so hard to get along with, I swear to God. All right, I'm going to give that some thought, Eileen. I can't believe that this was sitting here to prove to you that I know what the hell I'm talking about. Once in a blue moon, I know what I'm... No, no, no. The little flap is on the right. Well, what the heck? Why would you put the flap on the right if your book is opening like this? I'm so not getting what she's talking about. Ah, to open the book. Okay, so you're saying you open the flap here, it's bound here, and the cover, this cover would fold back like this. But the cover would actually fold into the little flap. Hi, Amy. Been thinking about Lane this morning. He came down for coffee, and no, he's got a hell of a day ahead of him. Never mind. I need the drink. Open the bar, Eileen. Hi, Carol. How's everything down your way? Are you guys still just knee deep? You're still waiting. Okay. Because, yeah, he was waiting this morning, and I know it's nerve-wracking, but just know that everything will work out for the best for everybody. Just believe that. That's what I'm believing. Yeah, I'm going to have to go back and look at what Eileen posted. You're still wet? Yeah, we are too. We've got rain in the forecast. I think it was like for the next 8 days, you guys. This is the wettest year since I moved to Oklahoma. I'm not kidding. Hi, Kia. I don't know when I've ever seen rain just endlessly like this. So anyway, do it yourself TV. Hi there. You have weeds 6 feet tall, too wet to mow. Yeah, Robert's going to mow today. We've got it dry enough right now. Go ahead and finish your work. Oh, Kathy just showed up because I'm going to say Kathy's not here, and I told her I would show my little binders. I don't know what I'm going to do because my little binders are already getting full. So I'm going to have to take out some of the pages, I think. So I'm going to show that before I start. And I have nothing else new to show. I haven't purchased anything. However, I think if we're lucky, Amazon might deliver while I'm streaming. That would be awesome. Hi, Ashley. Lurk away, girl. They forecast heavy stuff for the last 3 days and it passed us. Did you get it? We have not gotten rain the last 2 or 3 days, and I actually had to water my pots. But otherwise, everything else is so wet, and the lake is still way up. It's crazy. I've never seen anything like it, really. Anyway, so here, I'm going to show my little binder. Kathy Berg and Colleen were kind enough to send me the little baby binders, which I love. This sloth one, this is as close as I'm ever going to get to owning a sloth. So I love it. And I haven't worked in this one yet because this one's going to be different than this one. So this one is where I use up scrap junk. I have no idea what a book is. I wish I had a book. I'd hit you upside the head right now. A sloth one. I know. Look at the little baby sloths. Pink and gray sloths on there. It's so cute. And I love the green color. But anyway, this one I think I got first. So I started working in it. And so I'll flip really quick. Joycey was kind enough. Joycey's not here. I haven't seen Joycey today yet. But Joycey was kind enough to do me a page to go in my little baby binders. So she got the opening page. And then a lot of this I've already shown. And I've just started sticking stickers and different stuff in there. But everything in the background is leftover junk from other projects. So that's Eileen. Enjoy life. Eat the cake. So they're just little tiny baby journal pages, and they're fun as all get out to play with. Go live the life you want to. This is the Finnabair wax. And when you open this page, it smells so good. I know I say that every time. Just get used to it because that's it. This was the Tim Holtz paper with Finnabair wax and some leftovers. You guys, and my fingernail. Oh, I'll have to show that too. What did I do with it? My fingernail is still blue from last Monday. And I've washed my hair several times. I've washed dishes, I've washed floors, and my fingernail is still blue. You like this little book, Amy? It is a cutie pie. It really is. This is some of the, I think that's the thin tissue paper. And this one I could do more too. I just haven't. This one I need to do more too. Just haven't. This is just some lettering on Tim Holtz background with the thin wax. This is stickers. I just like this background. I liked it that it was just such a plain background, but the stickers look so good on it. This was stuff I did on stream. I don't remember what it's leftovers of, but yep. Somebody Loves You. This is from Teresa, and I wanted to use it in my book before I put it away because I love that little bunny. This one, you guys have probably seen this napkin before. I love this page. I don't know what I'm going to put on top of it. Try soap. Use it, Norma. Use it. Hi, by the way. This one, I know what I'm going to do on it, but I just have to sit down and do the lettering. The other day I don't know, it's been 2 weeks maybe now, but oh no, it was when we did the hangout for the Journaling by Fives. Lena said, time to put on your big girly pants. And it cracked me up. So I'm going to put that in there, a Lena quote. This one is for Eileen. Thou shalt not whine. Yeah, just the little extras. It's a great way to use up junk. Most of this stuff would have ended up in the trash. And then I got out those Diane Reevely stamps and stamped them. I ate healthy and exercised today. I better frickin' wake up skinny. So those are the Bo Bunny monsters. I love them. That's a napkin in the background. I don't think you guys have seen this at all. Hey, Mark. This is just some stamps that I bought. And I was testing what pens worked well on top of the matte medium, and there aren't many that do. It's much like acrylic. Be careful, you will ruin your pens. But one thing I did find out is the Jelly Roll opaque pens work good on it, and it didn't ruin them. I don't want to seem like I think I'm always right, but I am, and that's why it comes across that way. Eileen, pay attention. I love her sayings. I love this one too. The potential side effects with the mushrooms. I love this page. And it's just junk. Just putting junk in there. Oh, really? You know what that sounds like? Not my problem. And then this is the last page I have done. I love this background too. So the problem is, like, look, I'm going to have to take out some of these empty pages back here because it's too stuffed. Look at how stuffed it is. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Elaine. Elaine's coming over to visit me in the morning. She's over here at one of my neighbor's house hanging out. So, and then this one just, I think when Kathy, I think it was Kathy that sent it. She sent me all of these starter pages. So, yeah, I still have to finish and work on these. So I love the little binders. Kathy and Colleen both got them. They ordered them from Staples, I believe. And they should be getting them in. Just let it fluff and put a rubber band around it. Maybe I will. But yeah, I think you can order it at Staples. And they should be getting them in for school supply season, which Dee Dee reminded us this morning is coming up really quick. I was going to show. What did I do with it? Okay, here it is. I went ahead after last Monday. That's when Amy and I were streaming together, and it was really, I'm just going to say the words, it was batshit crazy around here. And we made this little book. I have not done anything in it yet, but I'll show you the finished thing. I did go ahead and this is why my finger's still blue, is I went ahead and put the fin wax all around the edges of each of the pages. Hush, no school supplies. I know, Debbie, you're just getting over that. I think I got the idea. She was the first one I saw get these. Okay. Staples in England don't have them. Yeah, I like this little book. Now I'm thinking I might just do quotes in it, you know, like Amy said she was going to do in hers. I might do that with mine, only I'll do stencil lettering because I like to do stencil lettering. I'll just pick out some good quotes that I can write across the pages. But yeah. And then one of my YouTube viewers watched and said, could I have some of your ugly pages? So today I almost made another book like this to send to her because I can't say no. But yeah, this came out really fun, Kathy. Very, very fun. So that's the finished book. I put matte medium all over the outside of it. And it smells really good. Okay, Kathy's saying the little notebooks come in around school supply time. So, yep. Oh, it's out of stock at Staples Canada. Well, they'll get them in for school. I would bet you money. So no worries there. And today I'm going to work out of, and I'm going to have to pull out again so you guys can see it. This is Watercolor Making Your Mark. I don't remember where I saw it. I don't know if a lot of my watercolor books I bought because Kathy Arbor showed them. What do you ask for in Staples search? I would look for mini binders. They're probably called binders. Thanks, Dee Dee. Your stream was fun this morning, Dee Dee. You did really good on Ian's drawing. Really good. Anyway, so I think I saw this book originally at Kathy Arbor's, but it might have been somebody else too. Anyway, I bought it used on Amazon, so it was like a $4 book probably. And okay, here it is. Yep, I ordered it from Amazon. So usually their used books are about $4. So, and then $4 shipping. So I'll flip through it really quick. I really like this woman's style. I'm going to say it's Carolyn Holman or Carolyn, but there's no I, so I think it's Carolyn Holman. But I really like her style. Very abstract. Uses a lot of things in the background to provide texture. Can't find them under mini binder. Okay, Kathy probably might be able to tell you. I'll be doing sketchbook review later in watercolor this month. When are you doing that, Mark? Yeah, and Jean, just a little announcement. Jean is going to not stream until July. She'll come back in July for watercolor month. I didn't even know it was watercolor month, but apparently it is. So she'll be back then. So the time slot after me is empty if anybody wants to fill it. Kathy Arbor's been having trouble with her computer sometime later today. Okay, cool, Mark. You don't Twitter, do you? Hi, Kathy. Glad you could make it over here. But see how she does those blocks in the background? That really appeals to me. I don't know why. And here's another one. Just real abstract marks on paper. That is so appealing to me. And then these are all the demonstrations that are in this book. So I'll just flip through real quick. But see her style. Oh, I just love it. So I'm going to try one today. Oh, and I should have gotten some gauze out. I was going to do some gauze. But she has great little exercises in the front, so you can kind of mimic her style. Blocks for a blockhead. Eileen's a little mad at me today. That's okay. She'll get over her bad self, or she won't. Doesn't matter. She can't hit me. So she starts out talking about drawing. Like here's a picture of some artichokes, and then she went ahead and rendered it in her style. I just think that's so cool looking. But I do like the blocks in the background. I just like that kind of abstract, not quite realism. Here's some rocks, it looks like. I like that. I like everything. But after I got this book, I never did anything with it. So today is the day. And then next week I'll do Eileen's mini books. And this is collage and drawing. Look at that Indian. I just think that's so beautiful. Wolf. Look at a wolf. Amy. And I like watercolor and ink. So that's another thing that maybe really attracts me to her type of art. I've never tried a watercolor face. That is way down the road. I almost did this one today. I just thought this looks so cool. This is watercolor with watercolor pencils. So she did the drawing first and then wet the whole background so that the black would smear out, and then painted over it with the colors. This one will definitely get done at some point. This book is Carlyn, I think, Karlyn Holman, Watercolor Making Your Mark. And I think it's been out for a long time. I mean, I bought it used off of Amazon. I'm not sure what the copyright is. If it even says 2013. So, but I think that's gorgeous. And she does give you, I think, yeah, she tells you the colors to use, the technique to use. So the one I'm doing today, I'm kind of bastardizing. She used Oriental papers. I'm just going to try and recreate it with watercolor. So, but this is my first attempt, so my expectations are not real high. If it turns out great, I'll be in there kissing myself in the mirror. Just the roots of the tree. She even makes that look interesting. Powdered charcoal. Now, I've never done anything like that, the powdered charcoal. That's going to be down the road a lot, too. And some of them I'll never do, obviously. I think this is gorgeous. Oh, you're sub to her and you love her stuff? Hi, Azure. So, yeah, I'm glad I got this book out, you know, because I put a lot of my books and stuff away during my recent organization. It was like, I bought that book and I never did anything with it. And then I get mad at myself, you know? So these, with the poinsettias, oh, God, is that not just lickable? Oh, the Ritz made you buy the Elegant Rider pens? Yeah, I've had the Elegant Rider pens for a long, long time. This one, So I'll flip through. I love the irises. I love it all. These are pansies, or petunias, sorry. Roses in a vase. I think that's gorgeous, where she's just muted the whole background. So, and I'm sure that's going to be a wet on wet technique. Cosmos. Hollyhocks. I have great memories of hollyhocks. Hey, Joycey. Don't lick them, they're poison. Okay. They are very tough to do image. They are. Why, Ian? Oh, I don't want them to be tough. This one I think is gorgeous. But I have happy memories of hollyhocks. My mother had hollyhocks along the whole width or length of our house. And I'd pick them and make hollyhock dolls with toothpicks. And I just have happy memories. All right, and this is layered negative painting, which I think also looks amazing. But just have a go. Well, I'm going to have a go, Ian. White roses against a green background. Now, you can't say that isn't gorgeous. Red poppies. This is the one I'm going to try today. Here's some more poppies. And this is what she calls breakout format, where she does the box in the back. I love them so much. Sunflowers, cosmos, calla lilies. What the heck? She showed this twice? Oh, okay. She used it as the cover photo, and then here's the inside demo. Morning glories. I have morning glories blooming right now. Geraniums. I just love the colors. This yellow iris, I want to do this one too. I think this is gorgeous. Black-eyed Susans. The more iris. So I don't know. I hope I didn't bite off more than I can chew. This is a yellow iris. How gorgeous is that? Orange. Peonies. And I'm sure she took years and years and years. Well, obviously, you know, to get to the point that you can publish your own book. Have a go at that layered negative page. I already have my drawing drawn today, Ian. But yeah, this one with the leaves, the negative, yeah, I think that one could be very easy. I might try that. Here's the red roses. This is just, it almost looked like a mixed media page with a focal point, you know? It's just so awesome. Maybe that's what I love about it. Abstraction and semi-abstraction. So this is also, I love this, the real abstract. I really, really love that. I think that painting on a wall you could have up forever and you would never get tired of it. Where a lot of paintings, you have them up and it's just like, yeah, it's been there so long. Yeah. I want something up that I don't get tired of. That's why I have pictures of my people. This is Patch of Light, red abstract. That's gorgeous. And I'm sure she goes in with a plan. I don't think this happens willy-nilly. Maybe it does. Here's butterflies. And then she goes into landscapes. My least favorite watercolor, maybe not to do, but is probably landscapes. I'm partial to floral, probably because I think I can do it. Here's some chickens. This is Eileen. She won't get out her sewing machine to make the little books right. She gets in here and yammers on me. Here's the elephants. I love this one, the elephant in the background. If I could do something like that, I would be so in love with myself. And this is kind of weird because, look, there's a hand just sticking up out of there. That's really weird, but it's so cool. And this is actually on Yupo. Is it Yupo? Is that how you pronounce it? Yupo, Yepo? A lot of transparent wet and wet work that you need to do without overworking it. That may be my problem, Ian. You and Vicky are here to help me. And then here's just a street scene, which I love. Kind of abstract, but you know it's definitely a street scene. So yeah, I love this book. It's awesome eye candy. But yeah, certainly gives me inspiration to work toward creating beautiful things with these paints that I bought. So, well, Dee Dee, I mean, I came up with this like in the last hour. I put this book out to tell myself this is what you want to work on. So I did go ahead while Dee Dee was working on Ian's painting or drawing. I went ahead and sketched this out real quick. Mine is not going to be exactly like hers, and I'm okay with that. The book called again, it's Watercolor, Making Your Mark by Carlyn Holman, Karlyn. And I'm sure it's Carlyn, not Carolyn, but yeah. And I got mine uber cheap on Amazon. All right, got to get it something to drink. Yes, she will have a plan, but it's all about controlling the natural flow of the water. Okay, and I wasn't going to tape this down, but I'm wondering if I should. Because it is going to be wet on wet, and it's going to want to buckle, right? I'm wondering if I should tape this down. I hadn't even thought of that. I could tape it down on my, I think I will tape it down. Because if it's going to be real wet, because Ian and Vicky are going to help me. I just cut my finger with the edge of that book. Look at that, bleeding. Yep, tape it. Okay, we'll tape it. All right, got the tape right here. So, oops, just bled on my paper. I'm going to have to probably cover that. Can't believe I did that. And I'll put this out because the camera hates the white. Try and get it somewhat straight so that my tape will be somewhat straight. I put the tape on my pants to take off that initial crazy stickiness. And then Shauna told me, I think it was last week, how to get the tape off without marring the paper, which I truly appreciate. I do, Dee Dee, see? And I have the blood on there to prove it. It's probably going to be below the tape line anyway, so it won't matter. It should stop bleeding pretty quick. Cheapest I can find that book is $44. Are you kidding? Well, I'm going to be real happy with myself if I got it cheap and it's no longer available. It's got to be out there somewhere. I can't believe 44 bucks. Holy cow. Did you check Amazon? I can't believe that. That's crazy. That's my coffee pot going off. Don't worry. Well, heck, I'll keep my eyes out, and if I see it anywhere, I'll pick up a copy. Because I go to I'm probably going to have, yeah, my blood was covered. I'm going to have to go to Tulsa here probably pretty quick. And there's a used bookstore up in Tulsa that I found some really, really good books on. 53 on Amazon. Hi, Mary. I'm watercoloring today. I'm not very well prepared, but nobody's surprised at that. And I heard YouTube was having issues yesterday. I'm glad they got that squared away. Okay, what did Vicky say? Oh, okay. Vicky's saying she found it for less than $15. So, yeah, it's out there cheaper. I knew it had to be because when I buy on Amazon and go to those used book places, now Canada may not have the number of used book places that America does. That's a consideration for sure. And the problem with shipping internationally is they don't give you book rate. You have to pay, full price. Well, the postage has gotten so flippin' ridiculous. Well, it's been ridiculous, but I think it's just getting worse. It must be a Canadian thing. That's what I'm wondering too, Kia. I think well, even if you got an American P.O. box, still you're going to have to ship it across that border. I'm going to go search for her YouTube videos. I didn't even think to look. So I have my wooden tray of paint here. These are, I told the audience earlier that these are a combination of Daniel Smith, and the top half is Daniel Smith, the bottom half is M. Graham. If I need a color that I don't have, I'll see if I've got it in either the Mission Gold or, I don't know. Googled watercolor making your mark. Okay. All right. Love these watercolors. I do too, Mary. They just make me happy. I have to say, the whole thing just makes me happy. All right, so let's look at what she says first. Wet both sides of Arch's 140-pound cold pressed paper, and starting with primary yellows, suggest a path of sunlight. Continue by adding quinacridone coral and permanent magenta, saving some original whites of the paper. Randomly place pieces of 10-gram, and this is a part I'm not going to do, the Oriental paper, but she says place it around in the background, color sand over a stencil on the edges of your paper using colors similar to those already established in the background. Use a fine mister to spray into these Oriental papers and color sanding, bonding them to the paper. Salt is optional. Well, I could always use the salt. I think that would be a fun technique, but I don't have the Oriental papers, so I'm just going to do my best to recreate it. I will do some of the colors in the background like she's done. Once you have allowed your paper to dry, glue the Oriental papers down with thinned yes paste and allow them to dry. We're not doing that part. So we're just going to jump in, see what we can do. So she started with the background. I will wet the entire paper, but then I'm going to have to dry it. And that's the problem with watercoloring on stream, is because you have to wet things and then dry them. And yeah, but it's life in the big city. Where's my big paintbrush? I'm going to wet the whole background with a big paintbrush to save me some time. And this is a learning experience for me. Never done anything like this. I think my background, you guys can kind of see. I think it's light enough that it should disappear into the background. And this is about a 15-minute drawing, 20-minute drawing at most. So here, well, wait, before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and get some of my colors ready. Put them in my little trays because it's easier when I've already got them out. So what did we decide? The quinacridone gold. Vicki, you might have to help me here. Let's see. She has an orange. Hi, Kathy. And I'm going to water these down. I don't want them real bright, right? I want them pretty watered down. Orange. A nice yellow. I'm going to have two different colors of yellow. I'm going to do a real light lemon yellow and then a little bit darker Hansa yellow. I'm probably going to need more paint than that. And the mineral violet. I have all the paints, oops, out here. Yeah, the mineral violet, I definitely want that one. All right, you guys aren't talking to me, so that's good. I need a alizarin crimson, I think. That's Quinn. It's the fifth one in. Yeah, this is the alizarin, I'm pretty sure. And don't worry about this paintbrush. It's not one of my really good ones, so don't be freaking out over the paintbrush. kind of want a lot of that. Okay, I got orange, yellow. I might try the Rose Madder because it's a really, really pretty kind of pink. And this is for the background, so I'll get the colors for the calla lilies out after I do this. So if anybody has suggestions, say it now. Now we'll look at the blues. I want a really nice light blue. And I think I need to order some more light blues, or more blues just in general. I have, I did go ahead and order myself some new greens because I just felt like I wanted a couple more selection. And I know I could try and learn to mix them, but I'm lazy that way. So they should be coming today, but I definitely need some really nice, I think, lighter blues. And then for my dark blue, I don't know, should I use the ultramarine? And then I don't know how to pronounce it. And anthraquinone blue, I think is what it is. There's the ultramarine. I'll definitely use ultramarine because it's granular. But for the darker blue, I really think I'm going to use the one next to it. Yes, watered down for the background. Yeah. All right, and then the real nice dark blue next to it. And then I got one purple, but I think I want another one that's a violet. I love that dark blue. I really love that. Surprise. I'm sure everybody's surprised about that. Yeah, that's a lot. All right, and then a nice purple. I probably could use more purple too. I think I'll use, for the violet, let's see. I think I'll use this one, the Daniel Smith. I like the cobalt violet though too. Maybe cobalt violet. Never mind. Back up the boat. Cobalt violet it is. Oops. Getting my rag out. Yeah, it is really dark, Kathy. I'm going to water it down quite a bit, but I'll show the picture here in just a second. It looks to me like she used a really, really dark blue. So we're going to find out. You guys are going to see either how inept, awesome I am. I hope it's the latter. I already dropped paint on the picture. That should give you an indication. Okay, I think we've got enough colors to start. We've got yellow, orange, pink, red, purple. The only thing I don't have is green, but I'm not going to put green in the background because the flowers themselves, the stems, have a lot of the green in it, and I think I want to save that for the flowers. So she's shown use a stencil to make some texture in the background. I guess I could go get that mask and we can try that. I've never done that before, so it might be fun. And then I wanted to get some gauze. It is, Kathy. This is the Cigar Box palette right there. I'll let you look at it while I go get. Prussian blue sounds pretty too, Ian. Better choice than the phthalo blue. Let me get some gauze, some salt, and that stencil. Let's see. you guys. Cleaning is for the birds, because when you clean, you can't find squat. Oh, I'm sorry. I had to go all the way up to the medicine cabinet to find the gauze. I put mine someplace safe. And now my brain is just like, doesn't know anything. And then the salt. And that should give us fun stuff to use in the background. Don't you know? Sorry about that. I didn't honestly think it would take that long. The Boxo colors, I love this too. But as much as I love that one, I like the baby one too. I gotta leave that out. This little baby one. Now I love this stinking little thing. I just think it's flipping adorable. Safe and hidden, I know. I do that all the time when I reorganize and put stuff away. Can't find squat. Makes me so mad. All right. Now, I'm going to get out, because I'm new at this. I'm going to get out a piece of watercolor paper. I already have one here. This one actually is Arches. I'm actually painting today on Strathmore Vision, 140 pound. And then if I like it and it comes out great, I'll go ahead and redo the entire thing on Arches. But today I'm just playing to see, well, to learn the techniques and kind of get an idea what I'm doing. And I may figure out that I don't have a clue what I'm doing, and I never will. And then I'll sell my watercolors and go back to drawing. Right? Right. Okay, I'm going to start with what she said is just throughout the painting. Oh, and I didn't get the lighter yellow. I'll do it first and just take it direct out of the palette, because I can. All right, so she just started putting some yellow in different, oh, that looks muddy. Icky, icky. But it's going to virtually disappear, so I'm not really worried. This brush may not have been that clean, but you'll be all right. All right, so this one over here was kind of yellow, and this one over here. Wet the whole page. I did, Cheryl. Yeah, the whole page is absolutely wet. And she started with the yellow and then did some of the, and I'm going to use this lighter orange. And I'm really going to water it down. I'm going to try and keep the colors somewhat in the stripes like she has them. And if it gets where I don't like, I'll pick it up. And this paper right now is really, really wet. So, and then she did the red. And this one, okay, I'm thinking. She has the red down over here. And then it looks like she picks up through the stencil with a paper towel. So we're going to try that. Which book? I'll show it in just a second, Shauna. Hi, by the way. Happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy birthday. I'm going to add a little bit of purple that will go into the next column over. I might want it a little bit darker. Because while it's still really, really wet, I want to pick that color up. Can you spray the colors to move them around? Yeah, I can. And I'll spray periodically just to keep the paper wet too, until I decide that I want to go ahead and dry it. But right now I'm going to go ahead, and I don't have obviously the stencil she has, so I'm just going to use what I've got, right? Don't know how it's going to work. Don't think I like that. Robert's throwing rocks at the window. Yeah, I don't like that. Ian said, lift the board. What? Okay, give me a little bit more instruction than that. Here's the book, Shauna. Watercolor, Making Your Mark. And she does have some negative painting in there. But I'm just trying to do the background. And I have no clue what I'm doing. I mean, I'm just literally, I'm going to wet this a little bit more. Yeah, I have no clue what I'm doing. But I like putting colors on the paper, so I'm good with it. I'm wondering if I should let it dry a little bit more. Hi, Devin. Bye, Devin. Taking notes? Yeah, don't take notes when I'm doing anything. I'm just literally looking at her painting and try to copy it. And I may have watered them down a little bit much, so I might go in and get just some nice bright color. But I don't want a lot of it in the flowers, so I've got to be a little careful with that. I don't mind a little bit of it, but I don't want a lot of it. I like the speckles. They can stay. And then salt over here. Ian says pick up the paper and move it around like a pour. Okay. After it's soaking wet, you mean? Thanks, Ian. And thanks for passing that on, May. Okay, I see what you're saying is manipulate it through movement. Like this over here now, I'm okay with this. I might want it a little bit darker. I don't know. We'll find out, won't we? All right, ready to put some more. In this column over here. My columns have gotten out of control though. Okay. Right now I'm going to put some salt down and some gauze down to try and make some texture in the background. And I know normally salt takes a long time. The columns look fine. How about a great big long blonde or gray? They used to be blonde, but now they're gray. Okay. So much for keeping this place tidy. Now I'm going to plop some gauze on it, and then I am going to try and dry it a little bit with the heat gun. I love the way the gauze looks with watercolor. It always looks good. This is just layer one of several layers. Okay, yeah, that's kind of what I figured, Ian, is that this was going to take more. Oops, I don't like that. Now I'm wondering, since it's dried a little bit, move the salt. I'd like to pick up some of the color over here, and this may or may not work. We'll find out. Nope. I'm going to have to learn more to do that, I guess. Oh, well, stuff happens. I want some of that red back in there. Let me see, alizarin. Got to have my chart here. I don't know my colors well enough yet. All right, so this one should be the one I want. All right, I'm going to go ahead. I can still see where my flowers are, so I'm kind of trying to stay away from them. Let me try and layers and more layers. Yeah, I was just going to say heat gun now. My heat gun cord is around my chair. Oh, there's my stylus that I lost this morning. God. What a mess I am. Heat gun. Unplugged. Okay. Should work now. Heat gun. Yeah, May, I bought this salt intentionally because it leaves, I wish I could show you, it leaves nice big marks. And I go ahead when I'm done using it and throw it back in. I mean, I have a container of just pure salt that doesn't have watercolor on it, but I like the effect of the salt that has color on it, because when you reuse it, it introduces, like, I'll end up with a little bit of blue here in the yellow, and I don't know why, I just really like that. But this is ice cream salt, I think. But it leaves nice big marks. But you can use kosher salt or anything. You know, they make salt got in every different size. This is ice cream salt. Okay, here's a question for you, watercolor people. Should I continue working on the yellow-red layers, or can I go ahead and move on to the blue? Or would you finish one section before you move to the next? That would be my question. Because now I'm going to have to be more careful about just wetting, you know, like the sections that I want. But the middle of the painting is still real white, which is where the calla lilies are, so I'm cool with that. I never thought of saving the salt after use. Well, there you go. You'll see in a minute, Cheryl. Hopefully you'll see in a minute. It makes really cool texture. Because salt is absorbent, it sucks up the water, and wherever the salt is, it will leave a border of the edge of the salt. I love it. I love the way it looks. Move on to the next color. Thank you, Ian. Now I'm going to have to start being more careful, because like right here, I got a lot of orange in that flower there, which is okay. I can try and pick it up. But now I'm getting into where the flowers really are. But I want the distinction between the lines very dry. I don't mind if there's a little overlap, but I want it, yeah, I want it dry so that my blue stays with the blue. And if it makes a little bit of green up here, which it's going to, that's fine. Of course, it has to be fine. What else can I say? And next time I do this, I'll take like the whole weekend and let this air dry naturally. Like a lot of these salts, I'm going to go ahead and take up. They've left very cool marks. I'll lift it up where you guys can see. And this is my already used salt, so I'll just put it back in there. This is easy to pick up too. Yeah, see, I like the little bit of blue up in the yellow. Some of these on this side I'm going to leave because it's still real wet. I'm only picking up where it's pretty dry. Yeah, that didn't do anything, so we'll have to try that again on the next one. That's too wet up there. Okay, I'll pick it up so you can kind of see. That's kind of what happens where the salt sits. And then I'm going to go over it so it will be in the background. It won't be as noticeable, like the blue up here. It won't be as noticeable when I go over it again as it is right now. Hopefully, right? I'm hoping it will, Kathy. You know, it's a big old experiment, and if you don't play, how do you learn? You know, that's kind of my feeling is I've got to learn and do things wrong or learn and do things right. I kind of learn better when I do things wrong. Because I will remember it. If it comes out perfectly, it's just like, oh, well, I know how to do that. I'm bad. So now I'm going to have to be a little bit more careful where I get all this wet. And I'm using just some cheap brush that I got at, I ordered off Amazon. So this next column over here is a lot bigger than that first column. So, and it's primarily blues, purples, and I'm not going to get the area around the flower wet. And I don't know if I should do it in sections or what. All right, looking, it's right there. Eileen's really quiet because she doesn't like watercolor. But she left me to my own devices today. And I wanted something not quite as messy as she would have me do. Okay. Hope you guys, I'm sure you can hear the mower, but I hope it's not too distracting. But the rat's got to mow while the weather's agreeable. I'm picking up a little bit of that color because when I introduce the blues with the orange, it's going to be mud. All right. Ready to introduce some of the blues. That's purple. Don't want that one yet. I think this was the light blue. Oh, that's not wet at all. Houston, I'm not sure how I want to do this. Okay, that's better. Ian says, lift my board. I got to lift my board. I want it a little bit darker down around the flower. Yeah. Okay, see how I kept it like dry right there and how the watercolor flowed around the flower edge? I like that way a lot. Don't go in the dry part. think I'm going to add some turquoise. That wasn't originally part of my plan, but I think I want some turquoise up in there. Now this is fun to me. Sorry for the mower right by the door. He doesn't always get it, you know. I like the way that's looking right in there. That's looking way cool. And I'm going to add some of the lighter blue back up in here. And I'm going to add some salt or something in it too. I'm trying to keep that line somewhat delineated. It's pretty already. Well, we're going to find out. All right, here I'm ready to start. I'm going to go ahead and get this wet again right down in here. Down in here, it's getting hard to see my pencil drawing. It's all right. We will make it work no matter what. And I'm not sure. I guess I wish I had a little bit of an idea of how long does it take the artist to create this. I wish I knew how long she took to create what she created. Now I'm going to add the purple down toward the bottom. Light and dark. That's crazy. That's all right. I guess I put blue in my mineral purple. That's all right. I'll get some more of it. I hope I'm staying on camera. I got too much junk going on right here. Okay, now I'm going to go in with some kind of dark ultramarine in here. Because I know that one of the leaves of the flowers shows up right in here, and I want it to really contrast with the dark around it. So, because right in there, there's a very definite break. Okay. Just checking my drawing here, see if I'm leaving the flowers white where I want them. All right, I'm going to add some salt. Well, no, I'm going to, don't know. Oh, I don't know. I think for right now, I'm going to go ahead and do this section and then move over to the other one. Sorry if you're talking to me. But I know I have to come back with more layers, so I'm cool with that. Just kind of getting the color initially where I want it. But I don't want to lose my drawing either. All right, that gauze came out better. No, I did not use a masking fluid because I didn't want the harsh lines. If I do that, I'll do it when I can do like an overpainting. Don't you want Janet to see or put it in caps? Don't be doing too much painting with the brush. Okay, just let the water do it. Yeah, because I'm hoping I haven't lost. I did lose part of that flower, but that's okay. I can go back in and pick that up. So, yeah, because when I look over at the screen, really the only thing, because I've got my glasses on for up close work, so I've got to really hunch over to see the chat. Heat gun, and then we'll do the other blue one over there. Think also about lost and found edges. There are soft edges and hard edges. Well, I'm hoping, Ian, tell me if I'm thinking about this right. I'm wanting my hard edges to be around the edges of the flowers, and then down the lines where the bands of color in the background meet. I kind of want some harsh lines or hard edges in those areas. So that's kind of why I'm doing this the way I'm doing it. Like down in here, this big area here is one great big leaf. So that's why this blue will only go so far. And then it will reappear over here. Only I think I'm going to reverse it and do more of the purple at the top and the blue at the bottom. So the areas are very distinctly delineated. And then this stripe here is really just a dark, dark, dark blue. And I think I'll fade it out to purple on either edge. But right here around the edges of the flowers is very dark blue. Yes, but bits of it can also be soft, little bits. Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. I think I do. Yeah, I don't know. We'll find out, Ian. It looks like a mess to me. A complete mess. But I know that in every piece of art I've ever created, there's that saying, you got to work through the uglies. Well, right now, we are seriously working through the uglies. All right, coffee's done. Get my chat back. All right, I'm going to hit it with the heat gun for just a second, get the rest of that salt, and then I'll move on to the stripe over here, and we'll work toward the center. And quite frankly, I think I'm damn brave for doing this. Yeah, there's a long way to go in the image yet. Yeah, I agree, Ian. But I think I'm damn brave to be doing this on stream at all. Because I don't know what I'm doing. Hi, Gail. But I'm glad Ian's here. But I kind of can envision the process and how it ultimately all has to come together, Ian. That's, I mean, I do enough, I've learned enough that I know that. You admire my gusto? Yeah, I may be sorry. Give it a shot of Monkey Island Madness? Yeah. That might take alcohol. I might have to recruit Eileen's help for that. All right, see, some of this I want to dry a little bit more. All right, whatever happens now is what happens, okay? Okay. And I'm hoping that texture that I'm creating now will remain. Some of it I know will, like that particular one that I just did. That one I know it will stay for the long haul. Some of the lighter ones, who knows? Live and learn. We'll find out. All right, now we'll go over and do the one over here. It might be a whole hell of a lot easier just to buy one of her paintings, right? You're very ambitious watercolor painting, quite advanced art. Well, I just figured jump in with both feet, and what the hell? If you're going to do it, do it. Do it big. I've done that my whole life. Hasn't always worked out. All right, nope, that's just clean water. All right. This one comes down. This flower here is going out into it a little bit. I'd like to keep that. I don't want the blue on that. And then this flower comes down here like this. I don't mind if there's a little color in the flower, but I'll try and stay out of that. And again, down here. So I'm only going to wet the places where I want, and I don't want to do it with that brush, where I want the blue and purple to go. So I'm going to do purple at the top this time. But right now I'm just going to get it wet. And you'll see a little wrinkle here where the tip of the flower curls around. But I don't want blue there. And there isn't much color in this panel already, so I don't have to worry about colors moving for the most part. And if that red moves, it'll be okay because it's going to meet up with the purple. And they should work well together, right? All right, go over it again with just a little bit more water because I do want it wet. Well, I'll do that in a second. All right, purple at the top. It's not near dark enough. There we go. How about wax resistant some parts to preserve the underlayers? I might have to consider that, Ian. I hadn't really given much thought, but yeah, I may have to. That's a cat hair. Damn cat hair. Damn cat. Yeah, I'm thinking, Ian, that I may have to consider that as I go on. I'm obviously not going to finish it probably today, but I might come back and work on it. All right, I like how the blue and the purple is matching up there. I'm going to add some more blue while it's still wet. And hopefully it will flow right around the edge of that flower like I hoped. And down that edge, because I do want it darker, but I know I'm going to build up more color. Yeah, see how I like how that did around the edge of that flower right there. And go ahead and pick up some of this excess. Because now I think I want to introduce back into it some of the purple. That's too dark. I get the mineral violet, which is a lighter violet than the darker. Yeah, this panel to me is coming along better. Maybe I'm feeling more confident or something. Maybe admitting that I'm in over my head was a good thing. Know what I mean? Because then the only thing left down here is this little tiny, which you guys maybe can't see, this little tiny amount down here, which is going to be primarily purple. Put some blue back in, and then I'll go ahead and add the salt. And let it flow back the other way. Okay. In subsequent layers, it will definitely come out darker blue than it is right now, but that to me is one of my best ones. Mr. Anomaly. Hi there. All right. I'm just letting the wax sit there for a second, or the wax. I was just reading Ian's comment again. I'm going to let the salt sit there for just a second, soak up some of the water, and then I'll blow dry it. But looking at it on the screen, it looks absolutely crazy. Crazy. All right. I'm going to go ahead and hit it with the heat gun. It's a mess. Oh, wait, I might want to try up there where it's wet. See if we can get some gauze action going on. All right. Hey, Gun. Thanks, Kathy. It's already lit. Oh, Ian, if you were here right now, I would hug you. I would do a background, cut out a flower image, glue it down, stay done. Well, of course you would, Eileen. You're not finished, crazies. Okay, thank you, guys. Thanks for the inspiration. I'm going to forge on. Okay, let's see. Probably dry enough that I could remove that and just move on. I'm thinking now this next panel over, it's only like 5/8 of an inch. And it is like a really, really dark blue. And I like it because it's, okay, the way I drew this, and I guess everybody draws a little bit different, but to try and transfer her image to my sheet, I kind of started about in the middle, but I know you never want to break your sheet up right in half. So the weight of the flowers was all on the right-hand side of the page. So I left the panels on the left side of the page a little bit bigger to counter what was going on over here. And I really like the dark blue right in the middle, because that's where like the whole weight of the painting ends up, really, in my mind. Thanks, Kia. Thank you, Norma. So this next panel, it's a narrow one, but it's just like, I think the thing that shocks the whole painting. It's like getting a shock, really. And I'll pick up the book and show you so you can see which one I'm talking about. But of all the things that, I mean, the flowers are gorgeous, obviously, and if I can do those even halfway this good, I'll be just thrilled. But it's this dark panel right here, where it's dark in the middle and then goes light toward the edges. I love that. And then I've got to add some dark over in this one again over here. But I think it's the contrast of the light and the dark that really just makes it jump out at you. So, yeah, the next panel is going to be real dark. I'm going to leave that for a little while. Let me mix up some more of the dark blue that I want to use. Get my chart here. It's this one. because I want to make sure I have plenty of it. And in that little book that I showed, a lot of that was also using up paint that I had in these trays that had dried up. And I just thought, oh, I'm just going to go ahead and wet them and just use that up. What was the other blue? Okay, it was a really, really light ultramarine. And maybe I should do a little bit of Prussian, because I agree. The Prussian blue is so rich and yummy. I think I will introduce a little bit of the Prussian blue at this stage because it's so gorgeous. I wish Amazon had come. I want my stuff. I was hoping it would come while I was streaming. Okay, I'll add some water here. Yeah, the Prussian is really, I think it's going to maybe do that blue and cyan. Ian, probably the closest I have to cyan would be manganese blue hue. I don't have any cyan. I have cerulean, but it's not close to the cyan. For the light blue, cerulean will work. All right. We'll go with the cerulean then. I should actually order cyan. Oops, just dropped one. Cyan is a really, really useful color because if you're going to mix colors ever, cyan is the perfect blue for your blue mixture. I do know a little bit about color. Not a whole hell of a lot, but a little bit. Enough to be probably dangerous, really. Trying to keep my clean water really clean. All right, we're going to introduce some new blue colors. We'll do the Prussian and the cyan or the cerulean. All right, before I forget, I'm going to lean over and pick up that paint that I just dropped. My thumb's stuck in it. That's one of the problems with the M-gram paints. The binder is honey. And so if you touch the paint, it will stick to you, just like honey does. But I have to say, I love it. All right, so this one, this is the really dark one. So I'm going to use, let me get this salt off here first. Yeah, it stayed on there long enough. Okay. Trying to pick it up, and it's it's actually texture on the page. It's not the salt. Okay, here we go. Take a deep breath. Do different fingers so they will match the one already. Look at, I made it more blue again, Amy. That's funny. My finger has been blue all week long. That's good, though. I'm just putting a couple things away because this is getting too icky. What I'm really doing is stalling. Okay, time to go. This should be dry. It is. It's very dry. So now I'm going to do this dark panel and try and keep it out of the flower. and the panel next to it. And it's kind of dark toward the center of the picture this way, and then gets lighter toward the edges. So we're going to do this one primarily blue. Maybe a little bit of purple. Where is my sketch there? All right. Glad I looked, because I would have goofed that up really bad. And getting white back at this point is, yeah, it's virtually impossible, so don't even think about it. At that point, it's just improvising. That's all you can do. All right. Making sure it's good and wet so that it's going to flow good. All right, ready or not. Here we go. I'm going to start in the, oh, that's not very dark. I might have watered that down too much. Let me get some more. Of course, I know I can always come back and add to. So, oops. All right, here we go. Don't have time to dink around. I'm going to do this way first and then come back and do the other way. And I probably will add some purple. Oops, that drop of water landed perfectly. Holy crap. That was a mistake, actually. All right, that's good. I like that. Oops, I want to go to light blue, the very, very light blue. The cyan up here. That I've got to pick up. Just for a very dark blue, mix ultramarine, blur with a little bit of burnt umber. Okay, a lot more water. I got a lot of water, dude. I got to clean this up. I don't want this in my flower. So, okay, for a dark blue, this is what he's saying. For a very dark blue, mix ultramarine, blur with a little bit of burnt umber. Okay, that'll be good to remember. That's going to be crappy. All right. We're going to leave that. Lesson in frustration. But that's good for me. That's how I'll learn. One nice thing, like where I got it wet, like the curve of that flower right there, that will remain its curve, and I like that. I like that about watercolor. All right, now I know, Ian, why you said lots more water. I'll add more water down here. But I want to leave that curve where the flower. I want that to stay just naturally, whatever the color behind it is. All right, good job. Good job. I do like that. I did good on that. I maybe haven't done anything else right, but I did good on that. All right, and I'm going to add some of the Prussian blue down in here. So it's almost like a reverse of what I did up there. All right, and then there's no color for that whole flower there, except there we go. Yeah, the more water, the faster the flow, yeah. Okay, Gail, see ya. All right, and I'll go ahead and add the water down here. Down here, I'll use the, oops, I was going to use the cyan, but I still had paint on my brush, so get a little bit of Prussian in there too. No big deal. All right. I really wish that hadn't happened on that flower, so I will definitely have to go back and fix that. That will be unacceptable to me. So I do have a book. I did buy myself a book of like the Watercolor Bible, how to fix things. So yeah, I do have resources that I can go back and look that up. Because everybody needs a good book, right? Your broom broke in half? Oh my God, that's a great excuse. I'm going to use that. Hey, Julie. All right, in here, I'm not sure, but or maybe I'll do that on the final layer. We're going to put a little bit of texture in here. This one will dry really quick. Should. Give it just a second. And then there's only one other panel left to do right here in the center. And she shows it as a real light blue. This panel over here will be darker, but she shows this one in the center as kind of a light blue with some purple. I'll show you. So you can start looking and saying, holy crap, yours doesn't look nothing like that. But this is the last panel that we'll work on. Now I'm going to want to work on this the rest of the day, and I really have other stuff that I need to do. A magic clean sponge will get it off. Just dab it with water when it's dry. Oh, thanks, Ian. Actually, look what I have right here. My watercolor Mr. Magic Eraser. I did actually know that, and I had forgotten it, Ian. Thank you. So yeah, this center one will be a little bit lighter blue with the darker on either side of it, which I think is really good. You broke your broom. I usually only break my broom on landing. Oh. See why I can spend a whole day by myself? I just find myself hysterical. Yep, I only break it when I land. All right. There's a bit of red. Yeah, there's some, like, agree, Ian, like right in here that it looks to be like a alizarin crimson color. But just like a spot. So I'm thinking, should I add that right before it's totally dry? Because it kind of looks to me like that's, of course, hers is Oriental paper, so it's like I shouldn't be comparing what I'm doing with what she's doing at all, because I'm just not doing the same technique. Oh, I lost chat for a minute. I wonder if everybody did. You can trade your broom in on a Harley. I don't like motorcycles. I'm gonna trade mine in on a. I don't even like convertibles. I'll just keep my regular car. I'll trade it in on a plane ticket. Reminds you of stained glass. So far, looking down at it right now, I'm okay with it. I mean, there's still a ton of work to do, but it's a work in progress. I'm cool. Hey, Dee Dee, how are you coming with Ian's painting? I'm eager to see it done. Trade it in for a limo. I'll just come over and have you drive me around in a limo. Next broom, old-fashioned wood handle. That's probably smart, Holly. All right. That blue that I'm using, it's primarily, let me tell you, it's anthraquinone. I abbreviated on here. It's anthraquinone, I think, blue. Man, does that granulate like it. I don't know if you guys can see. I'll hold it up. Hopefully you guys can see, like right in, which area am I going? Where am I going? Back, forth. Wrong way. Oh, right in here. Can you guys see how granular that is? I like granular, I think. I hadn't really made up my mind, but now looking at it, I'm thinking I like the granular. I would for you only. How's that? I know you would for me. I would never even ask you. I'll say, jump in my Volkswagen and let's go for dinner. Now up there, like this, that is a total goof up. I hope I can fix it. I think I can, but that's just a goof up. Okay. Nope, want to leave that one because I wouldn't mind if it was real dark right there. So the little marks from the ice, the salt don't look like much, but then I think when you're all done is when they really become apparent and totally cool. So those aren't dry yet, so I'm going to leave them and we'll mix the paint for the next column, which is primarily maybe Robert Wood. No, Robert wouldn't care, Norma. If I asked him that, he'd look at me like, when did you think I started giving a rat's butt about something like that? He would just look at me like I had kind of lost my mind. Okay, and I'm going to put the book back up and let you guys see. This middle column right here is the one we're doing, but see how it starts, and then there's some purple and red and even a little bit of green. I'm not going to do the green because my plants are going to have all the green. And then more purple, blue, comes down into yellow and orange, which I hadn't really paid much attention. But coming down here and looking, oh, I still have more to do in there. How did I forget that section in there? What a dope I am. Thanks, Joan. Those are my decisions. Norma? All right, we're going to wet this. I like the salt, but it's kind of slowing me down. Slowing me down, man, slowing me down. That's how we'll do that. We'll just leave the marks. I want that one though. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and wet it. My dirty water is really dirty, but fortunately I still have clean. All right, I'm going to try and do this where I don't put my hand in anything wet, right? Probably should have, when I began this, I probably should have worked a little bit harder at keeping those lines straight, but I'm not going to worry about it now. Live and learn. Oops. Oh, I've got blue down there. Yep, I'm going to have some repair to do. But that's okay. This has been fun to learn. And the next one I do, I'll do on better paper. All right. I didn't draw my line down. I'm going to have to do that for myself. Otherwise, I'm really going to goof up, you guys. Hey, Eileen, I'm doing this just for you. Check it out. Ruler. Oh, no, that's the leaf. Never mind. Never mind. This did come across like that. Never mind. I thought I goofed up, but I didn't. I don't think. Oh, because that could use some color. All right, going to double check myself here before I get too far gone and really goof up. Okay. Because that's all leaf in there. Okay, so that's part of it. There's a little bit right in there. I might have to just go in and paint that, though. Checking my drawing. This comes down like that. The leaf is there. Okay. I think I could have left my line drawing, and I probably should have. And I'm glad I did this as kind of a learning curve, because I don't think I had to pick up as much of my line drawing as I did now that I'm looking at it. Okay, that comes down. That's the leaf. All right. I'll have a little bit of repair, but for the most part, I'm okay with it. Now I'll go back in those areas where I've added water and make them a little bit wetter. Because that's that. All right. Okay. Sweet. Just getting it good and wet again, and then I'll add some color. I'm going to stay with the lighter blues and a little bit of purple, and then when it's almost dry, I might add that red in, because I do like that spot of red. I think it makes it look really cool. What's this coming down? Okay, this is coming down here. I need some in there. Okay. Light blues. Thank you, Amy. I'm going to start with the, what did I call it? It wasn't cyan. It was the cerulean blue hue. At the top. We're going to work top down this time because it doesn't matter. The whole stripe is is different all the way down, so I can just add in a little bit of that dark right at the top and let it work its way down. But mostly I'm going to try and stick with those lighter blue hues. Okay, and right in here, I'm going to go ahead and add some of that purple because she had purple up toward the top. And now I'm just kind of going directly to the palette to get some darker color. Too much. I'll yank it up. Okay, and then as she moved down, she kept it purple. Got silent, thinking. Okay. Thanks, Monique. Hi, by the way. Thanks, Dee Dee, for whatever they said or did. You're out of here, man. Out of here. Where did my whatever they said or did? You're out. Sorry, turned on the sound. Maybe that rose of ultramarine would be really pretty in there. Let's give some of that a go because that's a really nice, pretty purplish red. And then I'll start moving it back into the blue. Add some purple right up in there. Yeah, that violet red is so pretty. Are you taking off, Dee Dee? We'll talk to you later. Trying to get this to run a little bit more. Maybe I'll add some of that blue in. That's a nice thing about working with reds, purples, blues. They all mix and work well together. So, all right, I'm going to have to re-wet these areas down here. And I'll go back in with the lighter blues, not that dark blue. But now I can kind of see, oops, I didn't want to go in that one. I can kind of see how it is going to pull together. I'm just going to really have to be mindful to keep that dark, dark, and then work out. Oh, I didn't want it to do that. See, that's crazy that I make the same mistake. It's like, hello, dumbass. Hi, Whispering Cauldron. That's Carol, by the way. Whispering Cauldron is Carol. Trying to think of what her name used to be. Oh, what was it? TNT? Yeah, TNT is what her name used to be. All right, just put paint on there when I wanted a wadded brush. With a background like this, though, I'm not sure that you can wreck it. Well, I could probably, but I don't think you have to worry about wrecking it. Okay, go back in with that really, really light blue. Didn't want that one. All right. And then she ended up going down into like blues, greens, yellows. So I think at this bottom, I will go ahead and add a little bit of yellow. I got to get a really clean brush though, because it's going to turn green. I'd almost bet money. It's weird that she added that, but that's okay with me because I'm going to add some of the blue, green. And actually, she had more of the yellow or orange. That's okay. That's in the next panel over, so. I hope I've kept this on screen where you can actually see what I'm doing. All right, leaving that. I'm going to add some blue up in here and pick up a little bit of that purple. It's darker than I would have liked. That's okay. Wet this down a little bit. And it will dry darker, I mean lighter than it appears right now. So thinking backwards. Can you believe I worked like 3 hours, 2.5 hours and got nothing done but this? Thank you, Mary. I am busy blocking foul-mouthed trolls. Eileen, Dee Dee needs some help. Let me see. I'm not sure who else is a normal. Let's see if I can, well, I don't want to go on the other screen. Never mind. Let me see if I could get you another mod there, Dee Dee. Looking back for somebody who's paying attention. Debbie, are you going to be around, and do you mind if I make you a mod? Help Dee Dee out here. Please say yes, because it just happened. Oh, Ian was leaving, not you. Oh, Ian's not leaving either. I'll make Ian a mod, and then his name will stick out. All right, Ian. Dee Dee, I got you some help. You can get rid of all the foul mouth freaks, because I actually like being the only foul mouth freak on my channel. Okay, you're both staying. All right. Well, we've got you some help. Ian's a mod now. Debbie's a mod. Julie's here. So yeah, we've got enough mods, because I do have a tendency to attract the foul mouth trolls. I don't know why. Maybe they relate to me really well. That wouldn't surprise me. Okay. Oh, put some little salt down here in the yellow. Suck it up. All right. I'm going to hit it with the heat gun. Maybe try. Oh, while it's still damp. This is what the experiment I was going to try. I agree with Ian that I liked the little bit of red that she has in the background there. So I'm going to try and take some of this alizarin crimson. I'm sure that, yeah, that's what it is. And while it's still damp, of course, that's in the wrong row. Where was it? It was up near the top. Oh, it was in the previous. No, it wasn't. My flowers didn't end up in the same place. The size of my panels aren't the same. That's why it's not in the same place. That's all right. I'm just going to add some little bit of red in there and see in some place where it's really still damp. Okay, we got a couple red specks. We'll see. Point me in the troll direction. Ian's got his steel-toed boots on now. He's pretty psyched. Watercolors make you nap. That's okay. You can stay up late tonight and watch something, probably porn on TV, Eileen. All right, I'm going to hit this with a heat gun, and then I'm going to go back in and do the red and yellow panels on the side again, but I'm going to have to get some clean water because my dirty water is filthy, and see what happens with the next panel over. But I want this really dry before I start adding anything else to it. But looking at it on the screen, I can see kind of the finished product. I'm seeing how it's going to all come together. Cabana Boy's gone wild. There you go, Julie. I may just sit here and work on this the rest of the day. Well, after I get I got 2 or 3 little things that I've got to get done today. I cannot put them off. But yeah, the rest of the day, maybe just this. You hyperactive? And I don't know, Ian, let me tell you what you think about this. Because I do want these lines, when I'm done, to be very crisp. Like hers are. Would you tape them as you're working on them? That's kind of what I'm thinking, is when I come back to do the final layer on this background, would you tape that off so that you get a real nice crisp edge? That's what I'm thinking. And I'll do it on the darker color. For example, I would tape it here and do the purple layer right up to that. And on this one, I would do it with the blue. Thank you, Vicki. Yes, you could do that, but be very careful removing the tape. See, that was the thing that held me up. And May's saying she'd use both tape and masking fluid. Okay. You've given me something to think about anyway. Before I use the masking fluid, though, I want to get some new. I think the masking fluid I have, I don't know, it just didn't work really great the other day. So that salt gets really hot. You can stick yeah, I do that, Julie. And then Shauna told me the other day when you're going to remove it, heat it up and it won't tear the paper, which makes perfectly good sense to me. Hi, Allie. I'm not going to be on too much longer. And I guess I didn't tell you guys, what day was it? I guess it was Friday. I went in and saw Mary, and I was so upset. She just made me feel so bad. Okay, I'm going to do one more like light layer on the yellow reds, but I'm not going to tape it this time. And then I'll let it sit and dry for a couple hours while I do my work, and then I'll come back to it. And when I do the final, I'll probably use a lot more gauze to try and get some more texture in there. Yeah, it was so not good, but I can't give up on her. I cannot give up on her. But yeah, it was a crappy day. I don't remember what day I talked to you, Dee Dee. I can't remember. Okay, got some clean water. Now we have a chance of getting a real nice, pretty clean yellow. When you look at this from far away, it looks better than it does close up. Just saying. Leave the inner flower detail for another live. Okay, I'll do that, Ian. Yeah, I'll go ahead and finish the background because you've seen essentially what I'm going to do with the background, and I will leave the inner flower detail. Good idea, Ian. And let's see, I'm going to be busy. I was going to say maybe I'll do an impromptu later on in the week. But Sean is coming, so, I got to make sure everything around here is good for her. Change the sheets on the bed at the very least, right? And I haven't decided yet if I'm going to cook or if we're going to go out when she's here. Just haven't decided. Robert would love for me to probably cook and make roulade or something really good. I'm thinking we should go to a Mexican restaurant and drink margaritas. That's what I'm thinking. All right. Over in here, let me see. I might want to go in right now and shore up my drawing a little bit. Because if I don't, I'm afraid I'm going to lose it completely. So let me go in just quickly, shore up my drawing. I don't really have to worry, I don't think, about losing it. But now I know I probably should have left it a little darker to begin with. See right there, I'm definitely going to have to clean some of that up. Okay. Just checking where I'm losing it a little bit, because I definitely don't want any more color. Like there, I'm going to have color in that leaf, but I'm okay with that. Use a watercolor to pencil it in? I guess I could. It's not like I don't have any of those, right, Ian? But I don't, well, no, I'm going to use my graphite, because when I go over it with this next color, Ian, that would disappear it too. And that's kind of what I'm afraid of, is if I don't shore it up now, I'm going to lose it completely. So, I can always go back in and pick it up. I am going to go ahead and pick it up. Because as I get that background darker and darker, the likelihood of me being able to go back and recover this becomes less and less. And this won't take long. I actually did pretty darn good. And it's going to disappear anyway. So this one goes down like that. Lost my line here. Okay, that's what it is, because this is the behind flower. All right. Plus, some of these areas I'm just going to have to clean up. Okay, I know what's going to happen with that. Thanks, Michelle. Oh, Vaughn. Thank you. Got some blue in there. That's okay. It will soften when I go over it. I'm not sure if you guys can see the pencil drawing. Maybe I'll come in a little bit so you can see what I'm actually drawing. All right, and this came over and met that. Okay. You'll definitely be able to see where my boo-boos are, huh? All right, so this one came around because I did kind of, all right, wait a minute. Oh, all right, no, I did okay. No, that's fine. All right, the flowers are back in place. This one I did fairly good. I'm not sure yet. Yeah, I guess I'll just go back in at the very end with the colors and do all the detail. Because I was just thinking, I don't want the colors abutting it to move. So I think at that point, I'm just going to have to be uber careful. Hey, CB, hope your appointment went okay. Trust the watercolor flow. Okay. All right, here we go. See, like that in there? That was just my dirty, messy, nasty hand sitting right there. Don't do that. Okay, glad I got that off my chest. All right, we're going to add the, I won't go back into these flowers. I kind of wanted the color in the flowers in places, and I might go back and even add some since it's so prevalent over here. I might go in and try and clean some of that up. I guess we'll just see at the end of the day how to rescue your painting. It's been fun, though. I have to say, I've enjoyed this. All right, I'm going to go ahead and use up the colors that are here. I do want more pink, though. So I'll get some alizarin crimson and make it real light. Oops, wrong color. Let's see. I don't want to use that. I'll use this. The alizarin crimson is very granular as well. All right, we're going in right now. This is it. We're going to use a lot of that. I want some nice yellow, which, yeah, let me go ahead and do it while my brush is clean. All right, and that orange is probably good enough. And then if I need some darker red, I'll go in and get it. Okay, I think I got a plan. I think I do. All right. Let me clean it. Going with absolute clean water as best I can. Can you guys see now? And I'm going to keep it at an angle, keep my hand off the rest of it as best I can. It was easier when I could get the whole sheet wet at once, right? Now I got to be a little bit more careful, staying out of my flowers and out of the color next door. Colors aren't moving too bad, so that's good. We're going to get it real wet in and let the colors just go where they want. I'm surprised these colors aren't moving more. I really kind of thought they would. And I keep, when I do see color moving, I go get clean water. Trying not to contaminate them as much as I can. All right, there we go. We got wet on the first panel. Let's start plopping in some color. Woohoo! Making sure it's good and wet. All right. All right, I'm going to move the paints out of the way. Hopefully won't need them. All right, here we go, Ian. This is not painting. This is just absolute playing. It's all it is, and it's so much fun. Okay, I dropped orange next to that blue intentionally because orange and blue being across from each other on the color wheel will make each of those colors pop. So I thought next to that blue, orange would be awesome. We'll see if this harebrained ideas I have really work. Trying to make it a little bit more dramatic around those leaves because those are where the flower, I'm going to ultimately want that flower to really, really stand out. And I'm sorry, I can't read chat right now. I'm busy playing. And now I'll definitely be doing more layers of this because this is looking really awesome right now. I'm really happy with the way it's going up here. That looks a little dry. And look at how granulated that alizarin crimson is. That just looks so cool. Pelican. Why are we saying pelican? Because I'm clueless? Pelican is a funny story. Should I tell it? And we can make fun of the rat or not? I'm going to go ahead and get this extra wet down here now that I'm going to work down there. I'm going to leave that because that granulation is just making me really happy right now. Oh, that was his contribution to the chat. Okay, you guys know, some of you, that Lane is Amy's husband. And Lane comes down not uncommonly in the afternoon, and him and Robert sit out on the back patio and have a beer. And I was sitting out there with him one day, and I can't ask Lane, but I don't think the rat had his hearing aids on. And when Robert doesn't have his hearing aids on, he can't hear anything. Okay, he's absolutely deaf, I think. Anyway, we are on the migratory route for the pelicans. Okay, in the fall, the pelicans, we have every October a pelican festival, right? And I'm getting another pink here. I want some pink down here. Anyway, so we were sitting out there, and Lane says, "That's a pelican, isn't it?" And I was like, yeah, it's weird because this is wrong time of year for a pelican. And we sat there probably 3 or 4 minutes talking about the pelican, okay? Because it was just total wrong time of the year for the pelican to be out in the lake, right? And it was just a minute or two later, Robert says, "That's a pelican, isn't it?" And Lane and I looked at each other like, what the hell? He's sitting there. He's not. He can't hear a damn word we're saying. So whenever he answers or does something really stupid, which is common, and it's okay because if Robert was in here, I'd still make fun of him just like I am right now. Go get some tissue paper and blot some of the wet paint. Okay. Anyway, yeah. So whenever anything really stupid happens, we just go pelican because it was so damn funny. Gotta get tissue paper. I know right where that is. And then maybe that's one of those things that you had to be there, too. All right, you want me to crumple it up, right, Ian? Go like this. I'm loving this panel right here now. I see what you're saying, Ian. That is looking uber awesome. Yeah, we totally make fun of the rat. But he's one thing I will say for Robert. Robert is the best sport on the planet. You can absolutely have so much fun with Robert. He's just such a good sport, and he'll laugh along with you. But yeah, pelican. Where the hell have you been? Or maybe it was like 10 minutes. I don't know, but it was just like, where the hell have you been? And it was really odd for that pelican to be there. What did I do with the gauze? Went and got you guys. I was going to put some gauze down, but now I can't find it. I had a big old hunk of it. Ugh. It does make nice texture, but now that it's getting darker, I'm loving this. Loving it. One thing I do need to do, I want to crispen up that one edge, so I don't want it to look like I painted it in, but I'm going to paint it in because I want it, yeah, I want the edge to be crisp. So, yeah, we wouldn't joke if it hurt his feelings. No, he's just a good sport. He knows, and he knows what a butthead I am. He's pretty much put up with me for 20 years. So, yeah, he pretty much knows that I don't care if I hurt your feelings. If it's funny, I'm going to say and do it. That's not true. Gosh, you guys, I can't imagine what did I do with the darn. I went all the way upstairs and got it for this reason. What the heck? I'm afraid to use the stuff that I've already used because, well, if it transfers the color, it's just better, right? Is that how we're going to look at that? All right, the other piece of gauze fell on the floor. I really don't know where that went. Yeah, we wouldn't hurt the rat's feelings. Well, some of them wouldn't. All right. I'm not going to add salt this time. I might on the next layer, but that I'm loving. I am loving that a lot. Let me see how, if I come out a little bit. Can you guys see now? It's looking way, way, way cool. Way cool. All right. We're going to do this other one. We've got about 10 minutes left. We'll go ahead and do this red one. And since I won't have to worry about putting my hands or anything in it over there, I'm just going to go ahead and do this one. And I don't have too many obstacles, so this one should be a walk in the park. Hopefully those salt marks that are there will stay because they're pretty cool. And again, I guess because you're working wet on wet and the pigments are going directly into the paper, I'm not having a lot of movement of the pigment. So that's nice. Okay, down around here, I'm going to make this around this petal really dark because I goofed up there. But yeah, I'm going to get a lot of water on here. So that when I put the paint in, it really moves around. Okay, we'll start with the yellow. Spritz it a bit. All right. Here you go. Ian's the boss today. I know Eileen's probably really jealous. All right, here's one spritz. All right, we're leaving that. Here we go. Yellow first. And I'm kind of trying to keep the colors in the same areas I had them before and just darken them, right? If they mix a little, I'm cool with that. But I do want the yellows in somewhat the same spot. Okay. Sorry, Ian, forgot to move my paper. Okay, where's that? Oh, I took the pink right out of the tray. I'm going to have to order some more of that because I do like that pink color. Okay, now I'm going to put that dark red back in. I love it so much. And this is the quinacridone. Is that what it was? No, this is the alizarin crimson that granulates so nice. Look at that granulation in there. Isn't that just amazing? I love that. All right. And since we did it to the previous panel, we'll do it with this one. I'll get new tissue paper that's completely dry because I haven't lost it yet. Bye, May. I don't really want to pick up that granulation too much, though, because I love it. Actually, I should see what this tissue paper looks like after it dries, right? Rather than just toss it in the trash. Oh, I'm wondering now. I really would like to try that stencil thing. I really would. I would. I'm wondering if I should dry it just a little bit or just lay it down. Oh, shit. All right, I'm going to leave that there while I dry it and see. The paper's a little bit warped. I don't know if that's going to work or not. I guess we're experimenting and learning, so it doesn't really matter, right? Does anyone know if citric salt is the same as citrus? I don't know, CB. I would have to Google that question. I don't know. I'd be afraid to answer that for you. Citric acid should be a very, very mild acid. Salt in any form, CB, is very corrosive. So they're not going to behave the same, I'm almost certain. So Google it. You can't find anything called citric salt. You did Google it? I would not think that it would be the same. Oh, I forgot to spritz. Yeah, CB, I would not assume that they're the same thing. I've never heard of citric salt. There's, oh my gosh, I'm so blind. Robert's deaf and I'm blind. What a team. I found the gauze. Woohoo! What application are you going to use it in, CB? Maybe that will help figure out what it is you're looking for or needing. Maybe if I knew that, I would be more help. I'm liking this a lot better, you guys. This is really, really exciting now. And I'm eager to see the other ones. Now if I can pull out the flowers. Yeah, see, salt is not an acid. They're both corrosive, but they're different. So whatever you're wanting to do is, it's a chemical for blending wax or oil pencil art. I've never heard of it either. Debbie Epp says it's called sour salt or lemon salt. It comes from fruit as a salt substitute. Okay, there you go. Someone was making rose jelly and used it. There you go. Look at Eileen. You can get it at Target. Okay, there you go. I'm glad you didn't use acid. Okay, good. Well, there you go. Look at the fibs help again. Save CB from using acid when she really wanted salt. An Amazon drone just delivered it to ET. Okay, you guys. I think I'm going to leave this, go do my stuff. I'm just going to let it dry now and see what happens. I will go ahead and work on this background. I'm really going to try and shore up those lines. This section here will definitely be darker than what you see right now. And as I go along, I'm going to try and really define the edges of the flowers and clean up places where I didn't want paint, that I got the paint. But so far, can you see up here like where the salt was? And then when I went over it, it really softened it. That will happen in here as well. So I think it's going to look really cool. Now, if I can pick up some of this paint up here. Now, after putting water on these two panels, my hope of getting this a lot lighter by picking up the paint is not as great, but it's okay. I'll deal with it. Hobby Lobby also sells a bag. Well, look at, you guys are all so helpful. Pull the paint off with the mask when it's dry. Okay, pull the paint off with the mask when it's dry with a wet magic clean. Okay, all right, Ian, that's a good idea. I'm going to leave that right there for right now. It's getting really gray here. We're supposed to get storms, and that's why I'm kind of rushing, because I do want to get outside. There's a couple things I want to do outside. I just moved that, idiot. That's all right. It wasn't going to do anything anyway. So yeah, I'll definitely be showing this. It's just a long process, you guys. But right now, the mess that you see, I don't think it's going to be a mess when I'm done. I think it's going to be good. I really do. I'm feeling very hopeful about it. And I think if I was more proficient, it wouldn't have taken this long. So you guys suffer because I'm such a novice. But we're hanging out anyway, so. UPS is here. Ah, look at, Amy can see UPS. Is he coming to my house? Amy, can you see, is he coming to my house? Because I'll wait and show you guys my UPS order if he's on his way here. He should be here today. Okay, he's at your house now. That means he should be at my house next. All right, do you guys want to wait to see if my UPS order comes? Thanks, Ian. Okay, Dee Dee says, we'll wait. Okay, I hope he comes here next, or she. We've had a lady driver lately. I don't want that to go over on the floor, which is where it was headed next. So what other cool stuff can I tell you about? I think the rat got his car fixed from the other day when the timing belt broke. He worked on that poor thing all day Saturday and most of the day yesterday, getting it put back together because he put the timing belt on and something wasn't lined up right. And then he came in. I thought he said he broke the timing belt. He had to go get another one. I was like, OMG. But he didn't. And he started it up this morning and it's fine. So he fixed his car. I'm so happy. Thanks, Norma. I'm excited. All right, since we're just sitting here waiting, I just want to try something because this part of the painting is absolutely dry. So I'm going to try, I'm going to get my magic eraser here clean. And I need to actually buy some more of these. Where else was the UPS guy going? It should be here today, I'm pretty sure. I'm going to see about picking up some of these colors where I don't want them. I don't care if they're a little bit there. Oh, man, can you hear the thunder? Ugh. I don't want to braid the paper, so I'm probably going to have to live with it, really. Gonna have to live with it, and that's okay. I think I can lighten it if I'm patient, so yep, I think that's what I'm gonna have to do. So, headed your way. All right, let's see. I'll see him. Yeah, Jean is not streaming until July. She's just gonna take some time off and work on her knitting or crocheting or whatever it is she's working on. So, yeah. But that's only, I mean, we're only talking a month. Yeah, I'm not sure how good I'm going to be able to get that up. All right, I don't know. Maybe the UPS driver had to go into Beacon Hill. Because I haven't heard his truck go by. And he's not here. Oh, it's so frustrating when you're waiting, right? Waiting. But one thing I think for sure is next time I do this painting, I think I'll do way better. Because I'm going to do it a second time. For real, I am. But I'm liking all the texture in it. It's looking pretty cool. And see, I'm too impatient. When I'm doing something like this, I've got to just walk away from it. Otherwise, I'll sit and think with it and in the end, wreck it. They're yellow calla lilies. Yeah, I know. I've seen them. Amy has him trapped in the hallway. Okay, bye, Ian. Thanks so much for all your help, Ian. I appreciate it more than you know. Really, really appreciate it. So I don't know. Maybe he's not coming here, but boy, is it getting dark. OMG. And the wind is starting to blow really hard. I don't know if we're supposed to have severe weather. It's a lady right now. Well, I don't know where she went, Amy. And I think Amy can only see if it goes out her gate. I don't think she can. Well, I know she can see my house. Oh, she's stopping at my house. I'll go help her. She's out on the street, so I'll meet her halfway. Be right back. Okay, I hope they shipped everything in one box. This new driver is really, she's as adorable. Well, maybe not as Steve, but she's a good egg too. It's a big box, you guys. I don't think I ordered that much stuff, but it's a big box. One nice thing, I will save this box because I can store like really large paper in it. I can't imagine why they use this, but this is utterly ridiculous. Whoever packed this box need their ass kicked. They didn't send everything. But that's okay. I'll show you what Eileen made me do. My paints didn't come. It is a great big box for this. And it's real long and narrow. This is gaffer's tape. And I'm so bummed my paints didn't come. Yeah, this is gaffer's tape. I bought the 2-inch white, and it's cloth tape that you can decorate and then use as bindings for books, like we did on those books. Okay, for example, this type of binding, I could use this tape. Is this going to be sticky on the edges? I think it is. Where am I going to put this big honk and roll, Eileen? Oh, yeah, it's really getting windy. I wonder where the rat is. We won't be doing church outside tonight, Amy. All right, so there's gaffer's tape. I've got enough for stinks. This stuff stinks, Eileen. Oh, you got yours taped today too? All right, we're going to cut a piece off. It's like cloth tape. We'll cut a little piece off. And before I open this book, we'll just put it down on here. Here comes the rat. I hear him. He was riding his motor. Oh no, the 4-wheeler, I guess. All right, we're going to take this. Okay, it repels watercolor. So that's kind of a bummer. Eileen said she used sprays on hers. It's raining pretty good right now. It's sticky as heck. Yeah, the wind went cuckoo out there, didn't it? All right, I just want to see. I know acrylic would work on it. All right. Well, the watercolor left it a real light blue. Well, you wouldn't want paint coming off on your hands in a book spine. That's true. Try a spray, please. Okay, we'll grab a spray down. I would think that the acrylic sprays are definitely going to work. The dilutions, let me go here. All right. All right, we've got an acrylic spray. Oh my gosh, you guys, it is absolutely pouring out there. Like, you wouldn't believe it. Just a minute ago, it was a beautiful sunny day. Yeah, rain. Just what we need, right, Amy? All right, there's the acrylic spray. Got to wipe its little nose really good, though. I don't have a baby wipe out, so I'll have to take that over to the sink. Oh, the lake is terribly high. But honestly, the weird thing is rain right on the lake doesn't affect it that much. It's the rain in the watershed that is the problem. But right here on the lake, yeah, that doesn't bother the lake level so much. All right, looks like this acrylic, the Marabou acrylic, is sitting right on top. Look at that color, it's so pretty. All right, I could rub that in and get it to stay. Let's check the dilutions. Yeah, it's kind of just sitting right on top. Eileen, what the hell did you do to me? Did I buy all this tape and it's not going to suck it in? Yeah, it's just sitting right on top. Smash it in. Well, that's what I'm trying, Dee Dee. It's not smashing, dude. Look, just like a blackboard. It's not taking any of it. More blue fingers, I know. Look at that. Oh, God. Dude. Sorry, dude. You use DR space? Oh, okay, now I get it. This whole thing was a ploy to get me to buy something that I didn't have. Jesus. Oh, my God, you can't even spray. You goofball. Don't even give me any crap. Okay, this is main stage gaff tape. That's what I thought you told me to order. You have a nice white binding, that's for damn sure. Acrylic paint will definitely work on it. Okay, I moved my acrylic paint too. And of course, pens, I would think any kind of Sharpie pen or anything like that. I just grabbed an acrylic paint and an alcohol ink, and we'll see how that works. So at least know what products we can use without having to order whatever else Eileen wants us to order. Maybe gesso and then the medium. Well, Eileen, if you know how to do it. Here we go with a little bit of acrylic paint. And the acrylic is going to stay pliable. So the acrylic paint definitely is going to work. So if you want green or whatever, you can just use that. But with Eileen, obviously, nothing is ever easy. What are you smiling about? You act like you got a secret. What's the secret?
My secret is, look what's been outside, and I just got in.
I know. How far away were you?
I just put the mower up and fueled it up.
Oh, okay. All right, and then I got some orange pinata alcohol ink. So the alcohol inks I would think would work on it. I might need to get, since we're just playing anyway, let's just really bugger it up. Green and orange always looks good together. Just when I thought I wasn't going to make a mess, oh my God, just spray the damn stuff. All right. I'll go ahead and cut open the Flora book. You're going to be really jealous. It's really an awesome book. But yeah, you can use other products on the gaffer's tape. I should have left it in my cart for a little while longer. And then I probably would have talked myself out of it. All right, I'm just being careful getting the book out of here since I've got that wet product in here on there, and I don't want to ruin the book the first time I look at it, if you know what I mean. This book that I'm going to show you is hashtag all Colleen's fault. In this case, it's not hashtag Eileen's fault. It's Colleen's fault. She showed it on her stream. I'll set that out of the way. Set this out of the way. And I can't remember which of the books she had. Move that ink. Yeah, I did. I moved it. Look at Dee Dee's getting as bossy as Eileen. Yeah, it's thundering. It's really, really pouring down. So yeah, it actually is gift and creative papers. And I can't remember which one Colleen showed. And I don't remember what I paid for it, so don't ask. Colleen has them all now. Oh my God. I thought I would order like one every time I ordered. But look at this floral book for collage and stuff. What it is, it's, okay, you can tear this out. I'll just go ahead and tear one out to show you. Oh my God, I can't believe this weather. Okay, so here's the sheets. And you tear them out. They're perforated. And they're folded in fours. And so they make a great big giant sheet of wrapping paper, right? How am I going to show this? There. Huge giant sheet of wrapping paper. Oh my God, I'm knocking everything over. So yeah, so I thought for collage or turning them into stickers or anything like that would be uber awesome. Okay, so let's just see. This one, if I start looking at like this flower up to this flower, this whole sheet, it appears, is different. And then it repeats, you know, each quarter panel is the same designs. So I've got enough to share with friends. Okay, she said, Flora, flowers, and nautical. I think plus she has stickers too. Yeah, there's, you can finally use the Zyra. Oh my God. But yeah, so with, you know, the panels like this, yeah, I have plenty to share. because I won't want 100 of the same sticker, right? So let's flip through quick now that you know kind of how the book works. And this page is going to be different than this page, obviously, but I think each quarter panel is going to be a repeat. Oh, this one's not. This one is different. Okay, so maybe it's the half a sheet that is going to be different. So, but they're kind of old-fashioned plant drawings, which I love. I think they're very cool. You going to get me some? That would be great. Thank you. Yeah. Botanical drawing is what I was trying to think of. They're Kathy Bird size, big. Yeah, these are nice. But then look at these. These are like perfect for sticker size. Just cut them out. And I won't be fussy cutting these, I promise you. I'll just be cutting them. But look at this one. Okay, now this one repeats every, let's see, there's a repeat. Okay, so there's some repetition in there, but it's so pretty. Look at the snapdragons. And they've got the Latin names. So after a while, I guess they all start looking the same. But yeah, this is a way cool book. And I want to say it was like, how much? 13 or 14? Yeah, no, I won't be fussy cutting. I don't fussy cut almost anything. But look at how pretty that is. Or even if you just cut out 8.5 by 11 or however big and art it on top of it, you know. So pretty. I'll be ordering more too, I'm pretty sure. I can almost guarantee that I will. Like, look at that. That would be such a pretty sticker. Paint those babies in. Yeah, there you go. Look at this one. Oh, I'm so glad I did this. Now, with each of these, I say with each of them, I don't know that for sure. But if you wanted the Flora sticker book, you can also get the sticker book. But I thought, well, hell, I have a glue stick and a pair of scissors. I don't need them to cut it out for me. Plus, it was more expensive and you get less. Pepin. What? Did I say something that didn't make sense? I can't believe that. But yeah, like these drawings that show all the different individual parts are so awesome. And then there's some big ones. I love this brand. Oh, okay. The brand. Let's see. Yep, pepinpress.com. Do you guys want ISBN? I would think if you just type in floral gift papers, I think is what I did, and you get 12 quality decorated sheets. But then they come, you know, in this nice book. The book is actually pretty darn big. Let's see. Hey, Eileen, I have to get out my ruler to measure my new book. I'm sure you can overlook that. Okay, it's like 13.5-inch high by almost 10 inches wide. So it's pretty big. Yeah, but it is Pepin Press. So thank you, dear.
You're welcome, honey. Enjoy.
So yeah, it's really pretty. So I'm probably going to be ordering all of it. Okay, just put Pepin in Amazon. They all come up. There you go. Dee Dee's got you covered. But isn't it cool? I'm just bummed they didn't send my paints. I wonder when they'll come. But I know there was a seashell. I think there was a seashell one. I can't remember. But this definitely looked like the most intriguing to me. Now, before I let myself order another one, I'll see if I use this one. If I use this one, then I will give myself permission to order others. If I haven't used this one, then I'm not ordering others. That's my new rule. How you like that rule? That's why I get to order more books, because I painted this today out of my book. God, it looks a mess when you just pull it over here. I think it'll be okay though. I really do. So there you go. Yeah, there are several. I know there's different kinds. Well, we just have to go to Colleen's house this week and find out because she'll have them all. That girl gets some serious good hauls. She is like the haul queen. So, yeah. You can leave in peace. Well, go hang out with Hugs, Dee Dee. And y'all have a great evening. I will keep working on the watercolor. I've got a big mess here to clean up now. I can't believe that just watercolor, which seems like it should be so tidy, all of a sudden turns into this. I have acrylic paint out. I have sprays out. I have salt. I have everything. Jesus. Anyway, I'm going to call it a day and go enjoy our lovely weather. Whatever, I won't be doing anything outside. I promise you that. So go have a great evening, and I'll catch you guys later. I really appreciate you coming, and I appreciate all the thumbs up. And we'll catch you next time. Adios, amigos.